Good morning, guys. Today we're going to go ahead and make some shrimp for Michael for lunch. This is actually some of the shrimp we caught the other day when we were on Jekyll Island. You can check out the video of us catching the shrimp and other seafood. We had cut bait, tarpon, finger mullet, all kinds of stuff that we caught and froze. And like I said, this is some of the shrimp, so I'm going to go ahead and behead them and clean them up a little bit and use them to make a wrap for his lunch. As you can see, they're a nice size, most of them. We threw back the smaller ones, so I'm going to chop the heads off. See, they are there, and give them to the cats. That'll be a little treat for them. They'll enjoy it a lot. This guy, I think he's one of the biggest ones yet. There's quite a few actually in there, that size or a little bit less, so it's going to be a tasty lunch. I just wanted to let you know, like Michael had mentioned before, there's generally two types of shrimp that are in the areas that we fish. We usually go around St. Mary's, Jekyll Island, St. Simon's Island, Brunswick, and Darien. And the two types are white and brown. These that we have here are the Georgia brown. The area in general produces over 9.5 million pounds of head-on shrimp per year. That's commercially. That's not counting, you know, what anglers, local anglers catch. And the white shrimp generally spawn March through September and then head to the brackish waters for 2 or 3 months after that before returning out to sea. The brown ones spawn in late winter and then generally make their way to the salt marshes as juveniles and stay there until around April. Most commercial harvests go June through August. I also want to talk a little bit about how to tell whether it's a brown shrimp or a white shrimp. And there are also pink shrimp that are around here, but we haven't caught any. These ones, usually the brown shrimp, are a little bit smaller than the whites. Their flesh is a little sweeter and a little more stronger than the milder whites. The whites tend to be mild. Visually speaking, when you first catch the brown ones, they have like a gray-brown color to them. And as you can see, these ones have a gray-brown color. The white ones also have a gray color, but it's kind of a different gray, and they tend to have green tails and yellow on their belly. So now see, this one has a little bit of yellow on their belly, and it has some green looking marks on its tail, so they could very well be white shrimp mixed in with the brown. And just give you an idea. See, this one doesn't have the different coloring on the tail. See, look, here's the bigger one. It has a little bit different coloring, see, on the edges of the little tails, and there's the belly on that one as opposed to the belly on that one. Oh, and shrimp season around here, even though you can technically harvest them year-round, tends to end in December and January when the water gets cold. The Georgia Fish and Wildlife shuts it down for a little while so that the shrimp have time to spawn. Now that is what 1 full day's worth of cast netting got us off of Jekyll Island. If you check out our fishing videos, you'll see we did a series, a mini-series, parts 1 through 3, where we were cast netting on Jekyll Island, and this is the shrimp from that day. The smaller bag of shrimp that I have is actually from when we took Trinity back to Jekyll Island. There's only maybe about that much in a little sandwich bag of shrimp that has been cleaned, peeled, deveined, all that good stuff. These ones, as you can see, I left the tails on. I'm going to go ahead and finish cleaning them up and put those in the freezer for later as well. I am working on our dinner. We're doing the shrimp wraps. I'm making some guacamole to go with it. We have these tomatoes I'm going to slice up and make some fresh salsa. That way we can have salsa on our wraps too. I'm sauteing the tomatoes with some onions, celery, garlic, and the shrimp. I'm going to go ahead and throw in some of the spinach too. Wilt a little bit of it down for that. Went ahead and added the shrimp, and we're going to be using these garden spinach and herb wraps. Oh, and some monster cheese will go on those as well.
What we have here is shrimp, monster cheese, tomatoes, onions, spinach, the garlic, wrapped in love, and a spinach wrap. Oh, yes, there is also guacamole. Dive on it.